Imagine living a time when women weren't even allowed to attend university and still deciding, I will change the world. This is the story of a woman who turned suffering into strength and curiosity into discovery. The first woman ever to win a Nobel Prize and the only person in history to win two in two different sciences. Her name was Marie Curie. Marie was born in 1867 in Warsaw, Poland, a nation under Russian rule, where freedom was rare and knowledge even rarer. From a young age, she had an extraordinary memory and an unstoppable hunger to learn. At 16, she graduated at the top of her class, earning a gold medal. But life had other plans. Her father, a math and physics teacher, lost everything in a bad investment. So Mary became a governess to support her family, teaching by day and secretly studying at night in the underground free university, where women were not welcome. But science was her rebellion. Still, one dream never left her: Paris, the city of science, freedom, and possibility. In 1891, she finally made it, a young woman with no money, no friends, and no safety net. Just an unshakable determination. She studied at the Sorbonne, attending lectures by the greatest minds of her time. Most nights, she survived on bread, butter, and tea, but her mind, it was unstoppable. In 1893, she graduated first in physics, then second in mathematics the following year, and that same year she met Pierre Curie. Their marriage in 1895 wasn't just a union of hearts, it was the meeting of two brilliant souls. Together, they decided to explore a mysterious new phenomenon discovered by Henry Becquerel, something called radioactivity. Mary wanted to know, was uranium the only material with this strange energy? Her experiments said no. In 1898, she discovered a new element, polonium, named after her beloved homeland Poland, and a few months later, radium. It was a discovery that would change the world and the course of science forever. In 1903, Marie and Pierre Curie shared the Nobel Prize in Physics with Henry Becquerel for their work on radioactivity. But tragedy struck. Only 3 years later, Pierre was killed in a street accident. For most, that would have been the end, but for Mary, it was just a new beginning. She took Pierre's position at the Sorbonne, becoming the first woman ever to teach there, and in 1911, she won her second Nobel Prize, this time in chemistry for isolating pure radium. When World War I erupted, Mary refused to stand aside. She and her daughter Irene developed mobile X-ray units that could travel to the front lines, saving countless soldier lives. They called them Little Curies. It was dangerous, exhausting work, but she didn't care about danger. Her mission was to use science to heal, not to harm. After the war, Marie Curie became one of the most respected scientists on Earth. In 1921, she traveled to the United States with her two daughters, where President Warren Harding personally presented her with a gram of radium paid for by donations from American women. She also founded the Radium Institute in Paris, a center for research that would later produce new discoveries through her daughter Irene and son-in-law Frederick Juliet Curie, the innovator of artificial radioactivity. But the very radiation that made her famous was silently killing her. After years of exposure, Marie Curie developed aplastic anemia, a disease that would take her life in 1934. She was 66 years old, but her light never faded. Her discoveries paved the way for nuclear physics, for medical imaging, and for the treatment of cancer. She didn't just change science. She changed what humanity believed women could do.